You know, normally I record all my videos at 30 FPS, but this time I decided to put something on the CRT because I don't know, I see people do that in their videos. They put like in the background they have a CRT with footage. And what better footage than Smash Melee? You might still see some random green lines that aren't visible to the naked eye, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? You know? Anyway, Smash Melee, Smash Bros. In general is actually a great contender for the topic of this video. I'm going to be talking about games that I treat like live service games. These are games that, now, don't get it twisted. Before, put your pitchforks down, because when I call these games live service games, I am not saying these games, oh, they might as well have microtransactions or anything like that. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the sense of these are games that are so long and they have so much content in them that I can infinitely go back to them. Now, okay, I can't infinitely go back to these games, but because at a certain point they are still single player games and they do end. These are games that I play like once every 6 months or so, and when I do play them, I play them for a while. Like, one of the games here is Hollow Knight, and that game, every time I started playing it, it was like, actually I completed that game like a few weeks ago, maybe one or two, and that inspired this video because every time I play that game, it's like I said, once every 6 months or so, and when I pick it up, I'm never like, all right, I'm gonna play some Hollow Knight now, I'm gonna make progress. No, it's like, man, I love Hollow Knight. I want to go back to that world for a moment just to check it out. I just want to see. And 8 hours later, or 6 hours later, there I am. There I am still playing the game. Hollow Knight is just so engaging. So it's probably it's in my top 3 for sure for the most immersive games there are that I've played, I guess. The music, the atmosphere, the art style, everything's just so beautiful and so immersive and just making your way through areas. It's so cool, the navigation and how everything in the map links up. I love it. I love it. I love Hollow Knight. I beat the game about 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I'm not done with it. I'm still not done with it. I put 40 something hours into the game, and I got 77%, and you know, around the 35 to 38 hour mark, I was like, or maybe 35 to 40 hour mark, I was like, man, when is this game gonna end? Like, I'm loving this game, but it's just it is. I want to see the end, you know. I want to see the end of the game, and that's mostly how I feel about a lot of these games. But the last like 5 hours of the game that I played, like my last session with the game, I was like, you know what? I don't want this to end. I mean, this is just like it just clicked with me that those were my final moments with the game. Like, I felt like I was making amends. I was traveling to places to make sure I got the stuff that I wanted to do before beating the game. Just, it was such a great experience. It really is an amazing game. It's a 10 out of 10. It is one of those rare 10 out of 10 games. I feel like even if you don't really jive with it, I think there's something to love. I think there's something to like in Hollow Knight for everyone. So, you know, the game is cheap. I got it on Switch about 2 years ago, for like $7, which, yeah, dude, I've been playing this game for like I want to say 5 years. Oh yeah, 2021. And to be fair, this playthrough that I finally finished wasn't the same one that I started, like my very first one. My very first one was on PlayStation, PS4, because I had it from PS Plus, and eventually I didn't have PlayStation Plus, so I didn't get to finish it. But I only put like maybe 10 hours into that playthrough, and I was like, man, I want Hollow Knight. So for years, I wanted to buy it, and then 2023, I think it was, I finally bought the game, and I started playing through it, and then 3 years later, I beat the game. Another game that is kind of like that is Elden Ring. Elden Ring is this game. Everyone knows Elden Ring. With Elden Ring, it was kind of a different experience from Hollow Knight. A little bittersweet because the game is great. The game is really good. But it was kind of like what I described, the 35 to 40 hour mark on Hollow Knight, where I was like, man, when is this game gonna end? It's just, I feel like I'm not really making progress in this game. And, you know, all the side stuff is really fun in Elden Ring and Hollow Knight. But to a certain point, I just want to finish the game. Like I want to see the end, and then after, I'll do the side stuff. I'll go back to the game, and until I'm done with it. Now Elden Ring is a little different because my PS4 died, which I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, but I was not able to finish the game. I put 130 hours into the game. I think I did most of the main stuff. I only had like maybe 4 bosses left. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely. I don't have much to say about Elden Ring, to be honest. This is personal preference. It's not really a flaw of the game, but it's just the sense of direction, man. I just felt so lost the whole time, and you know, like I know the points to explore, see the world, and that's awesome. I love exploring video games. It's probably my favorite thing about video games, exploring. But with Elden Ring, there was just so much. It was overwhelming, and on top of that, the difficulty in the game. It was my first Souls game, and the difficulty definitely made it a little more of an annoying experience because, I don't mind difficulty in video games. I've been playing through Dark Souls, and actually, I've been loving it, and I think the difficulty is not a problem at all. In fact, it might be easier than Elden Ring. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I'm finding it easier so far. Maybe because Elden Ring was my first Souls game. But anyway, yeah, the difficulty was a little irritating because having to sit there for hours and hours, sometimes even days, trying to beat a boss so I could make progress, it made it all the more excruciating. And I don't even know if that's the right word, because to be frank, I don't know how to use that word. But regardless, I had a good time with Elden Ring. I think it's a great game. And every time I went into the game, it was always fun. And it was like Hollow Knight where, I would pick it up. Although I guess this time I did have intentions of playing it for a while. But I would pick it up and sink like 4 to 6 hour play sessions on it. It was just that engaging. But I didn't really find the world of Elden Ring as immersive, or like not nearly as immersive as Hollow Knight, which, not every game needs to be, but it's just a little detail that I wanted to point out. Now here, I can feature pretty much any Super Smash Bros. Like I said in the beginning, any Smash Bros. Or any Mario Kart game ever made.
Welcome to my shitty laptop webcam. So, as I'm editing this video, I realized that Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers are multiplayer games. You can play them single player, but they're mostly multiplayer party games. So, yeah, I kind of cheated including those in here, but whatever. Just whatever.
Because these games you can just go back to forever and it won't matter. Well, actually, it would matter uh, because these games are fun. But these games I only play with friends and I just play them casually. Like, I'm not a hardcore like Smash player or even Mario Kart player. I don't really get into these games, especially fighting games. I don't get into these games like trying to learn the characters. I'm not a very competitive person when it comes to video games, so the appeal is just not there for me. That said, though, I did put over 100 hours into Smash Bros. Because if you give me a story, I mean, not a story necessarily, if you give me a campaign, you give me a checklist, I will do as much as that as much as I can. Like this, the World of Lights campaign for this, I 100%ed that, and it was fun. It was fun. I mean, all the gameplay is pretty much the same. Like, you're just battling CPUs, but even that I found fun because I've never had Nintendo Switch Online other than maybe like a trial or something, but never paid for it, so I've never played Smash Online. But I have enough fun with the CPUs. I think there's infinite fun to be had with these games, and Mario Kart is the same. It's on the same boat. I did almost all the trophies for this, like 3 stars for all the trophies on all the CCs. All I'm missing is a little bit of the 150. I think I did all the mirror ones. I'm not sure. And 200cc, well, I also haven't gotten 3 stars on all the trophies there, all the cups. But I did get the Golden Mario and the Golden Cart. I think I have the glider, I'm not sure. But man, the Golden Wheels, that is difficult. I think you have to race the ghost of the developers. That sounds really dark. If you don't know what that is, it's like the developers recorded themselves playing through the Mario Kart tracks, and you can race them. So you see them like a ghost. You have to race them and win. And some of these are super fucking difficult. But point is, I can play these games forever, and they will never get tiring. My first Smash Bros was this one. Oh, I put a lot of hours into this, surprisingly. I need to check on my 3DS. Actually, I made a video about my top played 3DS games, and I'm not sure if this made it on there. I don't remember, but I think it did. Yeah, I put a lot of time into this, just fighting CPUs. So there you go. I don't need to play with real people to be to put a lot of time into these games. Oh, okay. This one for sure. Minecraft. It's Minecraft. Like, this game is infinite. You can play this game forever. I think that has got to be the game that I've put the most hours into ever. Any video game. Minecraft is absolutely the game that I've put the most time into ever in my life. And I know there will be plenty more hours that I'll put into that game. It's just that replayable. I can start a new world and do the same thing again, and then repeat. Start a new world, do the same thing again, and it will always be fun, to me at least. There's a meme where, like, oh, I'm on my monthly Minecraft kick. I don't know how it goes, but you know what I mean. It's like you have a month where you're addicted to Minecraft, and you drop it for like a year, and then that time of year comes again, and you're addicted to Minecraft. It's just so fun. Like, there's infinite amounts of things you can do, and I don't think you even have to be creative to put so many hours into this. I mean, to a certain degree, maybe like eventually you will probably get bored, maybe, but there's so many things you could do. Like you could build. Okay, don't ask me why I have this here, but if you wanted to build a Happy Meal spot, you could do that. Here's why I have this here. Now this one, I'm not sure if I should include or not, but I'm gonna include it anyway. It's Pikmin 1. Spoiler alert, Pikmin 2 I still haven't beat. It's on my backlog. I did start it, but I haven't beat it yet. But Pikmin 1 is the most replayable game, I guess, aside from Minecraft. I go back to Pikmin 1 so many times. I think I've played it maybe 5 times. I played it originally on Switch. Then I played it on Switch again. And I think after that I wanted to try the GameCube version, but I didn't finish that. And then I was hospitalized. And I was like, you know, I want to play Pikmin. So I emulated Pikmin on my phone, and surprisingly, it controls very well with touch controls. Like, I think I got to day 19 with touch controls. It works surprisingly well. And then after that, I was like, you know, I want to try the Wii version. So I have the Wii version on there. I haven't played that one that much, but, you know, I wanted to try the motion controls with the Wiimote, with pointing and all that, and it feels pretty good. I quite enjoy it, but I would like to play some more of that. Then I put, this was recent actually, this was like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I put Pikmin 1, obviously that's what we're talking about here, on my computer. I put it on Dolphin, and I installed a keyboard and mouse preset, and I want to try that out, and it also works very well. In fact, a little too well. I want to try playing the full game like that. Actually, I've thought about streaming that, but streaming is a different topic. I don't know about that yet. I got 2 more single player games that I pulled out my Switch for, and one of those is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a great game. It's another masterpiece, if you will, like Hollow Knight. The music is good, the graphics are good, just the gameplay is so good. But it's a game that I still haven't finished the first year, but I've been playing it since 2024. So yeah, I play that game, like I go back to it every now and then. The reason I don't go back to it often though is because obviously you can play the game however you want. You don't need to be at a certain point by the end of the year, the end game year, or anything like that. But I always feel this looming stress that I have to get as much done as possible in one day. Like I feel like I'm wasting time, you know, especially like I don't want to get to the next season without having sold like enough melons or whatever it may be for that season. It is a little stressful in that sense, but it's also so addictive. That's what I love about Stardew Valley. It's so addicting, like basically making numbers go up, trying to make money, and finally, I think this will be my last game. Cuphead. Cuphead is yet another amazing indie game. It's again, great art style. I mean, everybody knows the Cuphead art style. It's wonderful. The music is great too. The gameplay is so fun, man. And the reason this game isn't really that long, but because of its difficulty, it is so hard. At least for me, it is. That I still haven't finished this game. It's another. This one I've had since 2022, and I have not been able to finish this game. I'm in the Isle 3, which is nearing the end of the game, but it's so tough that I just have to like boot up months later whenever I'm in the mood. Once I do boot up the game, it's such a good time, even if I'm failing over and over and over again. Yeah, I think a lot of that's kind of a theme for a lot of these games. The difficulty, like Elden Ring, Cuphead, Hollow Knight. A lot of the reasons why those games take me so long to beat and I take these hiatus from them is the difficulty. I guess I'm just a baby when it comes to video games, but I still beat them and I get through them. But anyway, I think that's all I got to say for these games. There might be some more games, but I just can't think of them. Yeah, so that is the end.